Hi, I'm Taylor Twellman from Major League Soccer and Apple TV. We are through the group stage of Leagues Cup, where there have been a few surprises. Monterrey, the most expensive team in roster in North America, is out after losing to Austin and Pumas, which ultimately may cost Fernando Ortiz's job. Atlanta United, in a group with Santos Laguna, that hadn't won this year, and yet only scored one goal in the season so far. They lose on penalties at home after losing to DC United on penalties at home as well. The fans are restless, and it showed with the lack of any true atmosphere at the Benz. And for the second straight season in Leagues Cup, Chivas de Guadalajara cannot get out of their group, losing to both San Jose and the LA Galaxy on penalties. All three of these teams had hosting privileges, which leads me to Twellman's Takes. In the 2024 Leagues Cup edition, the Leagues Cup Competition Committee changed something that gave the top four Mexican teams a hub in the United States, so their travel and home field advantage would be felt. I was skeptical that that would even be a thing, and then I was proven wrong. Tigres in Houston, Chivas in LA. Fantastic atmospheres and the representation of what this tournament can become. 40,000 plus in Houston, and Messi and Suarez didn't even play. And even if they did, I'm not sure how many more black and pink kits there would have been, because the entire building was yellow and blue, while the red and white stripes dominated Carson, California, to make it an away game, to say the least, for the LA Galaxy. I've said this on my podcast this week, and I'll state it again. The games are better with the Liga MX fans. There's an edge. There's an energy that at any moment the game is going to erupt. It's brilliant. And more importantly, it's contagious. The games feel bigger with more on the line. And I think as this only evolves more, especially with the knockout stages coming later this week, keep an eye on that home field advantage for Tigres and for Club America. Now it's time for the Purina Underdog of the Week. Oftentimes in tournament play, managers will give the backup goalie an opportunity to get game action, and LA Galaxy's Greg Vanney did exactly that with his backup goalkeeper, Novak Mitrovic. Now, he got his chance against Chivas, and boy, did he deliver. Goalkeeping is so hard to be on top of your game when you aren't in rhythm and not getting enough game reps to really be at your best. And yet, Mitrovic had one of the best games of the Leagues Cup group stage play. Timely saves when his team left too much space for Chivas to exploit, difficult saves with players and bodies in front of them, and most importantly, the penalty save to win the shootout and knock Chivas out of the Leagues Cup competition. He had 6 saves on the night, and I think the potential play in the rest of the tournament may just give Greg Vanney something to think about his future number 1 spot. Our Underdog of the Week is brought to you by Purina with a friendly reminder about the power of pets. Just like I do, spending time with your pets can reduce stress and anxiety and help keep your head in the game. It's one of the many reasons that Purina believes that people and pets are happier together. And how about the comebacks from FC Cincinnati, down 2-0 at home, rattling off 4 goals after the 79th minute without their MVP, Luciano Acosta. They win the group. They beat New York City. But how about the comeback from the Colorado Rapids? The last kick of regulation play, they tie Leon, and then Zach Steffen and company win in the penalty kick shootout. Like Monterrey, like Chivas, Leon was one of those teams that many people, including myself, felt like could get to the quarterfinals, semifinals of this competition. They are out of the group stage play, with Colorado and the Portland Timbers moving on. Now, this week on my podcast, Offside on Apple Podcasts, we will dive into that Tigres versus Miami with Diego Valeri, Jake Ziven, and Julian Gressel of Inter Miami. Until next week, see you then.